And here we go for another Thursday edition of the Harmonic Pattern Podcast, brought to you today by State Farm, right? Oh, anyway, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Thursday edition, number 290 Harmonic Pattern Podcast. We're here Tuesdays and Thursdays because that's about all I can do. Hope to see everyone here. Subscribe, hit the like if you are enjoying what we're doing. Great to see everybody. What's going on? David, Pat, Swooping Hawk, Colonel Crypto, John, Evan, Mesogamma, Lawrence, what's going on? I'm just settling into my real jug of coffee. I had a cup today, but yeah, I had to make more, honey. So sorry. There won't be any left when we get there. What's up, Victoria? Chargers LT21, LaDainian Thompson. He was the best. There you go. So how are we feeling today? Bitcoin looks like a massive reversal at the 886. Maybe, not quite. Let's look at it. Who's feeling harmonic today? A little spice in the chat for harmonic measurements, harmonic patterns, because this is what we're doing. And today it's a leap year day, so happy leap year. And it's 886 day. Remember the 618? That was like a distant memory. 618 at 38.6 or what, 48.6, whatever. And now we're like 60 something thousand. But it's all about the measurements, and that's what we want to focus on for this year. Navigate from X to D, A to B. And what can we expect at this 886? Because we're there, and it's something that really felt like it was just due ever since this. At here, the 618, let me bring it down. We could take a good look. Look, that 618, it's right there. There it is. Massive reaction for almost, now I think it was 10,000 down. So now we're at another 886, 10,000 down. Could we possibly get a 382? I'm not there yet. I'm not falling for it just yet. It would have been great at the 618, but look, our 382, just so you know, your 382, trailing 382 is just a touch under 45,000. I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm just saying be aware of it, because this is probably the biggest consideration of what has happened in the last few weeks. Is where's the B point going to be? Where is our B point going to come in? Because if we're not going to put in a B point, the 618, and when we talk B point, let's remove it. All along, we've been saying, okay, that's the low, then some kind of W formation to get you back to the highs and then go. But if we need, or if we're looking for price discovery, which we are, meaning breaking out to new all-time highs, there should be some kind of W formation. You know, will it be up here at the 886 and then to get you the deep crab structure? Look, it doesn't have to be a deep crab, but it will be a 1618 minimum. So that's just the guiding kind of thought here, is that we are going to a 1618. I don't care how you get there. We've been envisioning a beautiful W formation, but could it be a straight shot? And definitely, I mean, I think what you're looking at here, most people are looking at the prior all-time high. And, you know, with this kind of strength through that area, it's a massive candle. You're going to have a massive candle on the day you hit the 886, the week, the month, the quarter. no matter what goes on from here. So that is telling you things are happening at a critical level where I want to pay attention to it, but it's hasn't not official till the close. So today's last day of the month. We're getting into March. We're getting into the end of the quarter. We're getting closer and closer to the halving. I saw something where it was about 50 days away, approximately, like 95, 96% of the way there. So what can we expect? Any pause? We would need to see indicators rolling over. They're not. They're expanding. It'll be interesting to see what happens next month. But much like back here when we cracked into the overbought, I mean, there's a lot of similarities to the last run already where you push, you're going into price discovery, you're continuing massive expansion in overbought areas. That's strength, and that's a monthly chart, by the way, too. So we know we're 2 or 3 months away from even an indicator inflection. So with that kind of strength behind it, it doesn't stop on a dime and then reverse. It's a process. It takes time. And in that process, look, after we clear this 886, I have nothing but $102,500 as that minimum 1618. Doesn't seem like much now, but when we entertained those ideas way back when, it was like, what? An 8x off the low? If not more. I mean, look, it is happening, and it's happening on schedule. It's happening within harmonic pattern framework. And I will also admit that there is a level of self-fulfilling prophecy going on. Most of the people that are in the know understand this halving cycle. Other people that will follow, they will pile on top. Consider yourself fortunate to be in the know ahead of time. And we ride this up to the 1618 at a minimum. That's our plan. That's our plan across the board for the year. If it's QQQ, SPY, Bitcoin, we're looking for a major allocation expansion this year. I've been saying that since last summer, if not earlier. So let's see what is to come at the 886. I'm just saying, look, there's the 4 hour and it's turning on a dime. So do you think people know about the 886 now? Maybe not. I mean, we saw what happens at the 618. A lot of people know about that. Do they really know 886, or is this true harmonic behavior, natural cycles unfolding as expected, as the way they should naturally? A pause here? Why not? Not a problem. Look, the last pause that 618, and those were the two big numbers, 618, 886. That's where you were last time. So you want to be patient. Let's just get a 4 hour HSI oversold, which is coming pretty soon. That probably happens somewhere around 60 or 59,000. The other thing, this technique is going to become your friend going forward. Why? You're going to be able to spot those corrections that are temporary and require a retest versus those that are more permanent. But here you have a complex amplified RSI structure going down, okay, rolling over now, but we know that this is a short-term reaction. So let that HSI register maybe in 8 hours. What do we got? We got 2 more till this bar, and then maybe probably 2 more to go in, go out. And so if you see a pullback in the next 24, 48 hours, it's probably another opportunity setting up down here a little bit lower. Keep your eye on it. We're playing, no matter what we're playing for here, is the 886 breakout going forward, where above that 62.5, 63, you might as well just Just print six figures. Because once we get to the breakout point, whichever one's 65, 66,000, now the real judgment of what is about to happen is here. It's right here. It's at the 886 in the same way it was at the 618. And once that 618 took off, we knew that this thing was gone. I said by Friday on Tuesday, okay? I said Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was trading 53,000 on Tuesday when we were here. And I said maybe by Friday. It happened the next day. So if it's happening that quickly and you're in the framework, this is the other thing to consider. You're walking along, you're going with the harmonic pattern framework, you're monitoring price action, and you know the targets, you know the measurements, but then they get there in like an insane pace. Something's up. Something's up. So daily, weekly, this is big stuff. Let it play out. We'll see how we start tomorrow. But you got to say, you couldn't ask for more from February than this. Really quick, let's go to the total index because some interesting things to glean from that, not to mention a lot of what I talked about it's just unfolded in ideal fashion. So remember what we said about 1.9 trillion. Once that breaks, it's about 2.13. Went straight to 2.27, almost 2.3 trillion. Really remarkable. And then total 3 index, that's where I said they would spring the T coins and it would run. And there you go. Weekly, remember, this was Tuesday. We said this on Tuesday. I mean, we've been saying this for a while, but we're shooting the gap to target 1 off that massive bat pattern. Massive. Okay, it's 676 billion. So are we there yet? No, we're not even close. And we just violated that little pause signal on the weekly. T-coins continue to run, folks. And I'm talking super T-coins. I'm saying under $1 billion. All the ones that lost 99% of their value or 90% of their value at this point. So let's ride that. Because here's the thing. We want to gauge how far this can go. Okay, it's going to be like musical chairs here pretty soon. In a few months, as things really start to get crazy, music's going to heat up. It's going to speed up. And we're going to have to gauge how high these T coins are really going to go. How high are the speculative alts really? Can we really ride these, or should we take profits along the way? Let total 3 be a gauge. But for now, it's fully on until we get up to target 1 minimum. I mean, just run with it. Total index, okay? I mean, that's just, take a look at that, where this is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the rest. And you're at the 618, you blew that out. 886 is where you're going. So all of this is what's happening currently, and you look at some of these ancillary markets, we're still running. We're still running. Sebastian, T coins is kind of a joke, but that was really what we came up with last year in the depths of the bear. When all of those, a T coin is a toilet coin. So it sits below the S coin, the coin, and it's usually a smaller market cap creature that got decimated and now coming back to life. Let's look at 1 or 2 T coins in a second here. I just want to pop on ETH. All right. Let's just look at Ethereum. Because before I get into the T coins, let's look at really a top five here. Ethereum hit the 3,400, almost 3,500, folks. That was the big 618 on the daily. I mean, bravo. Just take a day. Take a day, you know, and let's just let this play out. 33.96 was the crab pattern. What happens here? Well, let's see. Because if we're going to go straight to the 886 at 4,400, that would be any close above 3,400. So you want to run another 1,000, get it any daily, weekly close above 3,400. And then something bigger is about to begin. Couple more. The big ones. Look. Cardano hit 70 cents. That's just awesome. From 25 cents to 70 cents, you got to say this is really something. So you're trying to do big moves, big things on Cardano, like that. Even Doge. I mean, really? Doge was at where? It was at 13 and change. All right, it's off. Now that probably comes back down, but all along, you know, we still have big patterns down here on Doge. Look, the 8.5 cents, like the rest of these. Where could Doge truly go? It could go to 20. If you get a pop, 382 is at 20.5 cents. But that's not a T coin. Let's show you some T coins. All right, how about this Jasmy thing? Remember this? Hop level at half a cent. Now you're 2 cents for the 5x off the low, but let's get some perspective now. What are price recovery possibilities for a super T coin like this? Because it is. Take the whole range, and this should be pretty much the outline for every crypto you're looking for. Come back. 382 recovery range is 14 cents. Just saying. Just saying. We get some kind of bull market pop. That's not crazy. Couple others. T's. T coins that, well, another T coin that really is impressive now has been and was for a long time Gala, with a whole bunch of patterns down at the low at 2 cents, 1.5. Remember that? And now back-to-back structures, by the way. So I'm watching this because Gala is a type 2 with this with a crab pattern here. HSI. So if we're not going to explode on Gala and we're going to pause here, watch out at 4 cents. For Gala really to break out, and to break out, look, get out of the hole, right? There's so many of these that are still in the hole. They're on the base. Are they based? Maybe. But you're looking for price recovery range. So, you know, general harmonic levels here, okay, for everyone to consider as a strategy of understanding what are the possibilities. How high could that go? What's a 382? You know, 382, 33 cents on Gala. Can that really happen? Yeah. Maybe 236 is more conservative. A lot of people use it. 20 cents. The thought is, I've always said it's about an allocation cycle into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's driving the cycle, and it really is. Okay? That will drive the rest of them as this whole thing heats up. And as you do, even in your weakest of weak crypto, most of them, I mean, the majority, should at least be able to get off of a base like that and do a 382. That's your top target, top minimum target, but that's what we look for. Couple more. Here's a few more. Just get updated on a few that T coins that I have mentioned before. Check out Curve. Remember that? No one was looking at this puppy. But just so we know, because we're going to get more patterns along the way. Don't think that this is like gone and we're never going to get another pattern formation. But curve was, we were staring that in the face 3 weeks ago, right at 44, saying, look, couple of patterns here, whole bunch of stuff. Daily oversold with a 4-hour HSI, daily oversold HSI with 4-hour patterns. That's where we are here. Couple more. Remember TIA. We talked about TIA in the group yesterday, and we had daily oversold. HSI is right there. I mean, you could say, well, Scott, what about this? It was 2. Now it's 17. Not anymore. You got to focus here, and this is your risk. You're basically saying that's a high-level continuation. And then TIA's got this 4-hour butterfly right around 16 bucks. There was a few things. There's a couple of patterns here, but you guys get the picture. If you miss something or feel like you missed something, wait for the pullback. Wait for the pattern. It'll come. Talk about patterns. This thing is a big winner. Big winner. One of the biggest winners. Fetch, folks. Fetch. Remember that at 17 cents? Right? Remember that? 17 cents. Now 146. Here's the weekly. Let me get a better chart. There you go. Look at that. Massive bat pattern. Where can fetch go? Look, this is why we've always said get yourself patterns looking left, because once we know the measurements, we know the targets, the minimum, but if we can really break out, where can this go? Well, again, another 1618. Fetch gets you to $2. $2 for fetch, $2. This is minimum. Minimum. Okay? And that's how we should play it. But along the way, look at what fetch has given us. Number of 4-hour HSI there and there and there. And we will continue to use that strategy on other crypto that are clearly running. One or two more. Oh, remember Sandbox. So the incredible thing about what's going on right now, the metaverse has not run. It hasn't. I mean, here's Sandbox. And remember this at 40, 43, it was a back-to-back bat. Shark to 5.0. And it's just exploding. You go to 68 now. But that's what I'm talking about. So the next batch of daily patterns on our whatever pullback, let's say we get a pullback between now and the halving or right after the halving, we're going to want to look for things like this with increased focus, because these are exceptional, extra special setups. Couple more T coins. Remember Scale? That's gone. Scale did the retest of that pattern. Now you're dealing with a bat, obviously, but listen, this thing gets saucer separation and then turns into something much larger above 11.3. There's another one. This was 2. That was 2 back in October, November. Now it's 10. So that's how you get the 5x to go to 10 and 30x, because you're down here holding. I'll give you another one that's been a little frustrating for me, but I'm still on it, riding it. Here's this H bar. Okay, can this get to be a 3, 5x? I mean, that was 5 at the low. Oh, even just recently, we had this on H bar, a little daily. There's my arrow. There you go. Shark. Back to retest the crab. All right, I want to see a close above 12, and then this thing will launch. Couple more. How about Solana? Not really a T coin, but Helps the cycle to see this. 129, breaking out new highs for the move. This is the interesting thing, though. Check it out. HSI checked back. We said this on Tuesday at 102. And today is a dot. Extremely high level dot on a breakout. What does that mean? That means this thing should be a for real breakout. And where does it go? Solana's got bigger targets. We know about the 122 level because we have a bat pattern. Maybe as high as 175. Now. So Solana doing what it needed to do. That's a good one. Couple more. Yo, synthetics is about to take off just like Uniswap. So synthetics, remember Uniswap basically doubled overnight. I think this is ready to go too. Target 1 on synthetics is at 13. This is how we, crypto circles, the wagons here, and the ones that have already busted the big moves, yeah, they're going to come back and reallocate into stuff like this, which you should be doing. If you caught some of those big movers, peel some off. Stuff like this. Couple more. What was the... Yeah, Avalanche, AVAX, tricky. But if Solana's going to run, this will run too. All right, it's just a matter of time. And it's still 64 is your target for Solana. Excuse me, for Avalanche. Go to target 1. I suspect that Solana bumps, that pushes this one and pushes Axie Infinity, which is really, talk about price recovery possibilities. Axie, I'm impressed. The base is beautiful. Triggers are all there. We had a type 2 on the daily, and then 382 is, yeah, $70. 70, not 17, 70. And it's a type 2. Remember the bat? Remember that bat kissed the bat at 675? We talked about that, of it being a sneaky type 2. Well, it's there. There's the arrow. And now it should take off. I think at a minimum, you go to 1120 now. Couple more. Ethereum Classic, we know the deal on that. And again, you're in a waiting game. But all good. 2968, it's just a matter of time. 52 is the target. What was the daily? Oh, even off that bat pattern. 34. 34 probably now. But all good. Couple more, of course, XRP. Yeah, well, let that be a lesson. Right? How does that smart you? Who was there on 52 with me? Who was there at 52 cents? And what we said about 52 cents. You just need a little extra time. Kick it into March. I think March XRP could have an explosive month. Explosive. They're going to rotate. I mean, look, the smart money's looking at stuff just like this, saying XRP, it's got to go. It's going to play catch up, breaking out of the downtrend. I mean, come on. It's a beautiful, beautiful, ideal harmonic. 65 cents is where you go now. Nice, Carthago. Couple more. Well, XLM, That's another sympathy play. Stellar Lumens. The Lumens with the Gartley. A Gartley right here. But I think a weekly was better. Crab. Yeah, but what was that? It was some big patterns down there. I need to get enough data. I know it looks to me like 11 cents is trying to put in a floor at target 2 off that crab. But I know there are also big patterns down here. This is kind of like Doge before Doge moved. A lot of basing patterns stuck in a range. But yeah, this is the chart. So there it is. It's a crab. And it's trying to make a bigger move where your targets are like 23 to 30. Couple more. That's all good. How about this FXS? Because this is another back-to-back frac shares, or I think that's what this is called. Remember 825 or 840, something like that? And that probably still goes, but at least this is a better situation with back-to-back pattern where it hasn't run on you just yet. Speaking of run, Gala's starting to make a move above 4 cents. This thing has to blast today. Keep an eye on it. One or two more for everybody of FLR. That's a flare. Look at me getting all... Oh, that already ran. Look at that. There was something there, though. You got to wait on that, my friend. Got to wait on that. Do we have anything on a 4 hour? Oh, look at that. You do. I mean, even though it's an extremely high level, you're talking this thing is, here we go, double in a month, and I'm looking to buy it. It's got to be crypto season. Yeah, I'll look at that. I'll look at that because it's a high level 4 hour HSI. Not a heck of a lot beyond that. I mean, you're chasing at this point, but let's just see. Don't know. Got to kind of line up a stable of these. A group. And a couple more. Yeah. What about Injective or Immutable X? Those two, those were the big ones. That was, where'd you go? Come on back. Here's Immutable X. And look, this is still holding at a high level, hasn't broken out. The last attempt, I think we talked about this last time, it went from 3 to 330, but you got another HSI. That was on the 4 hour. So got to be patient on that. Meanwhile, Injective, come on back, where'd you go? That did the move. Remember, we were looking at this. Yeah. We had a few things here. So now another shark up at 43. Let's just, you got to wait on it. Talk to me when they pull back. These pull back, then, we got some. Like this actually looks like it went shark to 5-0. It did. With that, when Coinbase went down yesterday, we had that big sell-off, and it hit a bunch of targets. It's pretty interesting. We talked about scale already. I'll look at AMP and Harmony 1. Yeah, AMP that's super speculative. You're oversold in the 4 hour. That's a T coin and a half. Just going to take time. Yeah, it went to a 1/10 of a cent. Couple others that someone said algo. They're all playing catch up, guys. Yeah, it's all sympathy plays. So at this point, you're going to need to wait for these to kind of give you some setup. Pullback, if you will, a little bit. I mean, we can't be chasing this. across the board. We will get another round here, no doubt. One thing that I tend to do is just go to the change. Okay, tell me what is down the most today. You know, and then go through those. Boson. See, look, getting rejected right off the hop of that crab pattern. Stuff like that. Pepe. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. It tripled. Beam. Yeah, see, you got bearish patterns up here. Going to have to be patient with this. What else is down today? Yeah, here's that ordinal. Maybe if we get back to 52, but you see how a lot of these are, they did a big run for right now. Got to just kind of stay on it. Line them up. We'll keep lining them up. I mean, we lined up a ton of these in the last few weeks, and now they're all running. Here's something. ARB. So daily. Oversold with a dot. Yeah, that comes today. And then some 4-hour patterns down here. 176. So this is all in a really good spot. Yeah, wait on that one. Yeah, that's look for what I'm really considering. That's about what I have for today. Look, you can go through all. There's Ape. They've all run. We got to just be patient with this stuff. BLZ, Blue Zell. Here's Binance Coin. Amazing. Probably the big thing is that it did its move off of that shark. So these are all running. Again, we just circle back, stay on Bitcoin. And let's just monitor that 63, 62.5 level. We want to close above that. Yeah, 70-cent XRP is not a big deal. Look, talk to me when XRP gets above $1. It's just a matter of time. That's it. Let's jump quickly, peek at the Qs and SPY. Really been focusing a lot. Don't sleep on what's happening here. Okay, today's big day on the Qs. It's kind of tough to see it, but look, 4-hour deep crab is trying to break out here. So this is potentially a huge move right now. I mean, we're talking right now. So any close above the last 4-hour high from yesterday or this morning, that gets us much higher, 439, 440. Remember, weekly level at 445 is still the target for now, immediately. And if not more so of a failure. So, you know, that doesn't change. We've had a pause this week, but I think it's about to continue in a major way to get to 445 immediately. And the SPY's been even more impressive. Look, SPY, we know the deal, up to 1618 at 560. But if you break it down on this 4-hour chart, look, steady, real, I mean, just nonstop, ride the uptrend. It's the same thing, folks. Listen, last time the jump on this was about 10 days ago, okay? And this looks like it's about to bust through that current resistance. So continue to play the longs. And the thing is, here we have another complex structure right there. Really nice. I mean, complex doing the return move. HSI didn't give us a bullish oversold yet, but we're starting to bust through like that. So literally, I expect breakout today, this afternoon, and into tomorrow for these markets. And we want that. You know, you want this the overall, you want stocks to run. You want interest rates to drop, because if they start dropping, look out. And we want crypto to break through, especially Bitcoin, because once it breaks this 886, We're already in moon phase. But look, we haven't seen the blow off start. That's what you're waiting for. Imagine that. We haven't even started the blow off phase. But that's what we're targeting. That's what we're positioning for. And I think it already started, but probably officially begins like literally tomorrow with March. All right, that's what I have for today, folks. Listen, thanks so much. It's been a great session here. Come on back on Tuesday. You have any questions about the software, all of that, get over to harmonictrader.com. Send me a note. Okay, become a basic member over here. Get with our software. And come on back. Let's see if Bitcoin can take out the big 886 by Tuesday. All right. Until then, have a great weekend. We'll see everybody on then. Go get them.